are now listening to The Nasty Table, the premier source for tabletop role-playing actual play. Now come on in, relax, and pull up a seat to The Nasty Table. Last session at The Nasty Table.
Classic cop bullshit. You know how it goes.
You still think Will Newton's behind all
I mean,
this?
the Will Newton red flag is he didn't card kids in a bar in the 70s. Caleb's walking Carter in.
He looks tired.
It's not listed that anybody made a call. How did his sister know he was dead?
I got the autopsy done. Visible black nodules on and within the lungs.
We don't quite know who informed Miss Marcia Tillman that much.
Ray, she already left with the body. Black hearse, Minnesota license plates.
Absolutely confirmed that nobody called. And even if somebody did call, how did she get this form? She's not being honest. The last paragraph's weird.
But Bobby and his sister and that obsession, RJ, and then, like, I know I'm attached to the idea of it being a little girl ghost, but, like, maybe RJ and, I don't fucking
And then
know.
if you think about it, it's about people growing up. And it's the little ones will take care of him. He strays from the flock. To be fair, I think I'm under the assumption also that this letter was written 5 days ago. This could have been written 5 years ago, this letter.
Yeah.
And then it was that the little ones...
Did you finish reading it?
Yeah, you could take it. I would look at it again, but just get a gist.
If it's the little ones,
He wrote that when he knew the little ones, when they were little ones.
now they're big boys now. Maybe. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe that letter wasn't written last week.
It's possible.
Yeah, but wasn't there like wet ink on
No.
the table or anything?
I can't read cursive.
No.
Can you read this out?
I don't know. I wouldn't assume that, considering we know that it's been visited so recently.
Yeah, but then I'm saying maybe it's RJ didn't drop it. Maybe it's somebody else put it there. I don't know. Also,
Well, then it's like,
I
well,
like
then
that was written a long time ago.
that it could have been written a while ago.
There are, there's moments in mini campaigns, typically more than big campaigns, where it's like, shit would have been so different if there was just one key difference in certain moments. Could you imagine if Jerry and Ray got into the storage locker that first time, and it was just them two there?
Mm-hmm.
And then I also think, what? It's just one question to Marcia Tillman. How'd you find out about this?
Mm-hmm.
Who gave you the call?
Mm-hmm.
Vastly impactful on the narrative. Key small decisions.
It's not. It's supposed to. That's the whole point of this. Works out the way we play it.
But that's what I'm saying is, are either of those situations better than where you are? I don't know.
By the way, give yourself a program point. Because you wrote that letter so fucking good.
Thank you.
It is very thought out.
Give myself a program point.
You're only let her roll it against me. You put effort in. Like, you thought about that for a while.
I think about everything for a while. I'm very intentional. Little stuff, and I really pride myself on this, is that little things that, and it's funny because sometimes someone will like think it's a mistake. So like there was one time where we were doing Delta Green and I was giving them someone was talking about a historical event. It was like this one battle in the Mexican-American War, and I was explaining it to them in character, and I said the date, and then I gave them access to the Wikipedia article, and they were like, oh, Joe, like the date was different. And I said, no. He said what he said, and that date says that date. Mm-hmm. And that ended up being like a key part. But yeah, I'm very, and I, like I said, I pride myself on it. I'm very methodical about the things that I say and how I say them and key details and stuff like that. So I do put a lot of thought into it. Believe it or not, I like tabletop role-playing games. Did you know that?
I didn't get that impression from you.
Yeah, I'm actually really into them. So, could I have a quick recap of the last session?
It's that we also made the connection that led this to, with this Charles. We don't even know if we can fucking trust Charles. That Bobby was at the house. That this young boy who's now presumably missing a couple months ago, and he turned up dead.
Here's a question: who can you trust, other than your other 3 violent crimes unit buddies?
I don't know if I can trust.
Nobody.
Aaron Lang.
yeah,
Oh,
Lang.
God.
Oh, sorry.
I think we
Aaron
can trust
Lang.
Lou,
I trust Lou.
even though we've had some shady Lou's in the past.
Back to the
Davy
like.
Jones. I trust Davy Jones.
That
Davey?
I don't know if I trust
You don't
Davey.
think?
How the fuck did she get that form?
Yeah, we still technically don't know if
Well-
he gave that to him or not.
So we just got to call him and ask, or his association and ask, right?
We don't 100%.
You're right. You're right. We don't know, but I didn't roll on it. But from our RP'd conversation, it seemed like he was genuinely caught off guard.
Yes.
Didn't even realize it was a flag of any type of concern. This was just another. You said it's a common thing. We've all filled out these forms before, so
Yeah.
And he was like,
maybe he was just nervous. Like, oh, did I fuck something up? Holy
That's
shit!
what he said. He's like, "Is this like a thing right now?"
Yeah.
yeah.
So
he was like,
I don't
dude,
know.
if you just told me, and I believe if we had just told him, he would have kept the body.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think
No,
that. Really...
I agree. Joe just asked, who can we trust? And I think that there is a vague, very thin, maybe like a piece of twine
I trust Chris.
connecting Davy Jones.
I trust Chris.
he was the best of us.
I want to go back to this theory about them possibly not being like brother and sister, but like this all still says that. And then also, if we do compare the picture, like to our knowledge, like do they look like fucking brother and sister? Do they look similar?
Yeah, they look similar,
Yeah. And then so
Oh, this was something else I forgot.
but I think you and Finn look similar.
you want to be brothers?
yeah.
Let's be brothers.
I think you do. I think you look similar enough. If you told me that you two were cousins, I'd be like, okay, brothers even, lovers. Fuck it.
I was gonna say lovers.
The question that I did have
Brother
that I did write
lovers.
down when I was writing down all those journal pages. Did we get a mugshot for this RJ when we got his information?
No.
Is that uncommon? There was mugshots since the early 1900s.
I mean,
I wouldn't say uncommon.
Really?
Yeah.
For somebody that went to prison, had a long investigation, he wouldn't have a mugshot. I feel like in 1970
for
that would
drug
be
dealing.
that would be super common to have a
He
mugshot.
probably had a mugshot taken.
That's okay.
Yeah,
He
we're-
almost
okay.
definitely had a mugshot
Thank you.
taken.
That's what I was asking.
I mean,
However, it's not uncommon to get case reports or arrest records that don't have the mugshot there.
Okay,
which is what we have.
got it.
Yes.
To be
You
fair,
have
we
you
did-
have his fingerprints.
Yeah, we tried to grill this guy for his fucking fingerprints.
It's gonna
why
take
would he
weeks to get
Why,
the
but
prints
why would
done.
he not also ask for? Why would he
Mugshot?
not give us a mugshot?
That dude was weird. I
Still
mean,
think he's
he
weird.
was
There's so many
fucking weird.
weirdos.
Yeah, he was weird, but I also get it. But he was weird.
That's 90% of the people on this board.
Exactly.
They're weirdos, but like you get why they're kind of weird.
Yeah.
All 3 of these kids, they're weird.
All
We
3 of these
understand why they're being weird.
So, with the 4 of you still in the early stages of your shift, you find yourselves still speaking and talking and going over the different cases. Meanwhile, the 3 kids are still in their different holding areas, 2 in the interrogation rooms and 1, Carter Jennings, still in the conference room. What do you guys want to do? Keep in mind that your meeting with Curtis Collins is at 10:30 tonight. At this point, it's probably around, put it at like 8:45, 8:45.
I go grab a goddamn sticky note. And I grab the best picture I can find of that child pornography. Censor.
Don't say
Pause.
best.
Pause. Pause. Yeah, seriously.
The coolest one in there.
I want to.
This one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Roy picks it up. This one
It's
is art.
beautiful.
This one is art.
Yes, the rug in this one is made. No, I'm just playing.
So you're looking for the one that has the most background.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
How
Does it
different are
look
these?
like a does it look like this basement? Like, is there a rug? Like, does it look like an unfinished?
So I can run you through.
Like,
them.
that's kind of what I'm wondering. Like, is it a super blank looking room? Because then it's gonna be like,
To be fair, if you were shoved in a concrete room as a kid, you'd be like, oh,
no,
you'd
right?
still be like, fuck,
absolutely,
Like, I remember being in a concrete
there.
room.
Yeah.
absolutely. But I'm wondering if there's anything like a very like a tiger print rug on the ground.
So there's
Couple
different
of
ones.
Yu-Gi-Oh posters.
There's different ones.
Yeah.
Some of them seem like they're just
Different
like
rooms.
some of them seem like they're just like a warehouse with like a mattress on it. Some of them look like they're actual like rooms. Like one looks like a living room, another one looks like a log cabin, another one looks like a bedroom of some sort. So they're all different.
And
Some of
there's-
them are the same, like as if they were taken in the same room, but it doesn't seem like it's one particular.
How many pictures
location.
would we have if we were to pick one of each background? Best background possible.
12.
I grabbed 12 pieces of sticky notes.
Okay.
Sticky note them over the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little Sharpie.
Mm-hmm.
Draw on the sticky notes
Okay.
to cover them. Make them less, more opaque.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone want to help me with this? Or am I just going to go in there and just...
I'm looking through the phone book still for those names, so I'm
Yeah.
staying out of this whole child porn thing.
Yep.
Who you gonna show this to first?
I was either thinking we show it to our sleep-deprived friend, Carter, or we show it to our honest buddy, Dan.
Quick question: Is
say
there
show
any
Carter.
correlation between the fact that there's only 12 females and the fact that you just said 12 there, or no?
No.
Okay.
All
Alright, let's go show Carter.
right, let's do it.
Walk into Carter. He's got his head down, looks up, and you guys walk in.
I don't say anything. I walk in, eye contact. How's he looking?
Same.
Okay. I walk in. I lay all 12, pictures on the table
Mm-hmm.
and slide them up to his face.
Yeah.
How's he react?
No immediate reaction. Just kind of looking at him.
Okay, I'll give him like a couple. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'll wait for him.
Mm-hmm. And he looks up at you.
Do you recognize any of these rooms by any chance?
No.
Can I tell if he's telling the truth?
You can roll human intelligence if you like.
89.
Well, like you said, if anyone had experience that you believe that they would have had in these rooms, there would be some sort of more visceral reaction. Either he doesn't recognize any of these rooms, or he's a really good liar.
Are you in the room with me, Ray?
Yeah.
All right. I would just want to pick up the pictures.
'Kay.
Pocket them. I don't know if there's anything you wanted to cover before we get out. I'm gonna go to Danny. I don't want to say that. But
Yeah. I just want to see the reactions. That's it. I have nothing else to really say
Okay.
until we get to Rodney.
yeah. All right. We'll be back for you pretty soon. Couple minutes.
Okay.
Thank you, Carter.
Yeah.
Walk out. Knock on. You said Rodney?
No. You
Not
want to go to
Danny.
Danny, but I want to see Rodney last.
Yeah. Knock on Danny's door.
Knock
I
on,
want to come in for Danny too.
knock on Danny's door,
Sure.
and he's just sitting there, kind of looks up.
Okay. Yeah. Walk in. I let anyone else who wants to come in for this.
Pack of Cuban cigars still. Cuban cigars still sitting on the table.
I walk up and how's it going, Danny? Walk up, sit down. Pictures out. Nice and neat. Slide them towards him. And I want to grab the Cuban cigars.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm grabbing them, do you recognize any of these backgrounds by any chance?
No, they don't look familiar.
Would I be using the same human intelligence roll for this?
No, you can roll again.
Okay. Yeah, why not? Fuck it. 77 on a 73. Okay.
Alright, can I observe this as well and roll?
Sure.
Nope. 64 on a 52.
No idea.
Jerry, are you in with us?
Yeah, that's
Am I
okay.
allowed? I mean, yeah.
No, I'll let 2 of you roll, not 3.
All right. Well, we had a couple more questions. Jerry, I think you had some questions for Dan here.
Yeah, I wanted to know more about how you met Mark and a little bit about your guys' friendship. I want to know a little bit more detail on that.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
How'd you guys meet?
T-ball. His dad was our coach.
Okay. After talking to the other two, they tell me that he isn't the most social person what inclined you to socialize with him? You know, if was he always like that?
No. And I don't think he's not social.
Mhm.
Mark he's particular about the people that he, surrounds himself with. I don't think that he has any other friends, but it's not because there's nothing wrong with him. You know what I mean? He likes to be by himself a lot, and I think that I might be the exception only because I've known him for as long as I have.
I got you. He seems a lot more, I mean, obviously, in his situation, I understand, but he's a lot more frantic about this whole situation than you guys are. You know, is that like normal behavior for him? High anxiety?
I mean, he's been a little high strung, but I mean, for me, it makes sense. He killed somebody.
Right.
I don't know. I wouldn't say he has anxiety or anything like that.
From what you know, has there ever been any like traumatic events in his life?
No, nothing comes to mind. He was pretty banged up when his dog died, but other than that, no.
What exactly made you want to invite him out on this specific night?
Well, it was the first time that we were trying to go to a bar.
So this was your first time at this bar?
Yeah. I figured if we bring Mark out and he has a good time, maybe he comes around a little bit more.
Yeah.
I wanted to show him a good time. That's all.
How did the bartender treat you guys?
Like normal, I guess. He didn't really make small talk with us or anything.
Was it a busy night for him?
Yeah, there were a decent amount of people there.
Didn't card you?
No.
Gotcha.
You knowing Mark obviously better than the other two, is it, the way he lashed out and, his behavior that night, was that normal for him, or?
I think he got caught up in the moment. Like I said, he doesn't really come around with my other friends a lot, and I think he just kind of, I don't know.
So you're saying Carter and Rodney are the ones that kind of insinuated?
Yeah, they spooled him up.
Carter's saying that you were also in on this. Not as much as Carter, not as much as Rodney, but he said that there's he said, you were kind of feeding into it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, and I told you this before, we were all making fun of that guy. But it was, little inside jokes. We were laughing at him. And then Rodney and Carter try to, push Mark to go say something, start a fight with him. And I wouldn't want Mark to do that.
And you didn't know this guy?
No.
All right.
Rodney and Carter kept you from going back. Why did you listen to them?
Honestly, because what they said made sense.
What'd they say?
They said that when that guy dropped to the floor, Mark wasn't hurt. And at that point in time, we didn't know that Mark had killed the guy. So I figured, Mark gets booked if the guy wants to press charges.
Why didn't Mark run with you?
I don't know.
Did he just stand still after it? Was he in shock?
No.
Did you call his name, tell him to come on? Anything?
No. We all just started running. I think he wanted to make sure the guy was okay.
Where was the bartender at this time?
He was coming around the other side of the bar. And I think he told one of the waitresses to call the cops.
And how quick did the fight happen? Was there a lot of rowdiness before the initial punch? Or
no,
it was all very quick?
It was quick.
That's all I got. I grabbed my pictures. I don't know. Do you boys have anything else?
I'm good.
Jerry?
I guess that's it.
All right, Dan, we're going to keep you in here for a few more minutes. We'll be letting you out soon, though. We promise.
Okay.
All right. I want to talk to that little fucker, Rodney, and then we're done.
I'll walk in too.
Yeah, I'm going into.
Walk in. He's picking his nose, and he real quick pulls his finger down and puts it by his side.
Fucking weasel.
Wipes it on his pant leg.
All right, Rodney. After this, you know everybody's are out free. So we'll get this done quick. So, you and Carter, you were the ones that provoked Mark into punching. Isn't that right?
And he looks like a deer caught in the headlights. I don't remember exactly. Who said anything to him. Did they say that I said? Did they say that I?
Did who say what? So I'm going to give you one more chance with this. So can you confirm that it was you and Carter that were the main provokers of Mark to punch
I wouldn't.
Bobby
I
Tillman?
wouldn't say like exactly the main provokers. That seems kind of like a sweeping statement.
So if you were not, you and Carter were not the main ones, then who else would be included in this?
Well, I'm not the main one. I wouldn't say.
But if you're implying that there wasn't main ones, you're also implying that there were secondary.
Okay.
ones,
Yes.
if you
Okay.
will.
Okay. Yes. It was me. It was me and Carter. Okay. It was me and Carter. Yes.
Now, see, well, what I'm trying to understand is why you didn't tell me that the first time, because I made it loud and clear that you weren't in any trouble.
Yeah. I don't have to believe everything that a cop says.
Well, you can believe me now, can't you?
I guess. Am I in trouble?
Guess your ass. You can know you're not in any trouble. Now, can you please tell me the goddamn truth when I ask you some fucking questions?
Okay.
I know all you boys, even Mark, were shooting the shit about this dude sitting in the corner of the bar. I just need the whole story. Was there any reason that you wanted things to get physical? Were you trying to test Mark? Why'd you need him to... Why wasn't just picking on this guy from across the bar enough for you guys?
I wanted to see what would happen.
Why?
There really wasn't much reason. I thought it would be funny.
I'm sorry, I don't think I elaborated enough. Did you think... Well, I'm sorry. You wanted to see what would happen if Mark, the kid you're not very good friends with, the quiet kid, was provoked into fighting some guy in the corner, or you wanted to see a silly little bar fight with a couple of your buddies drunk?
I wanted to see Mark get his ass kicked. Because I thought that would be funny.
And I turned to the other detectives in the room. All right, now we're getting somewhere. So what Mark do to you?
Nothing. He's just a weirdo.
Is that what Carter wanted to? Watch him get his ass kicked?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Carter.
He's a weirdo. You want him to get his ass kicked, but you're hanging with him.
I didn't invite him.
So why'd you go out with him?
What? My friends tell me that they want to go out to a bar and there's one guy that I don't like and I'm going to say no, I don't want to go because I don't like this guy?
You and Carter were adamant on trying to get him beat up. Or was Danny with all this conversation?
No.
You just left him out on it?
No. I don't know if that was Carter's idea too. Okay, I want to make that clear. And Danny, truth be told, Danny was trying to calm the situation down a little bit. Okay? But he was cracking jokes too.
And he told us he was. We believe you on that one.
So yeah, maybe, look at that guy, look at that fucking loser. What are you eating peanuts for? Shit like that. Maybe that eventually turned into, Mark, go say something. Come on, Mark. Go talk to him. Come on. See what he's made of.
That's
What are you,
the
a pussy?
only
What are you,
reason?
scared?
Is that this guy was eating peanuts in the corner of a bar?
Look, I can only tell you what happened. Okay, I don't know exactly my reasoning or my fucking brain why I decided to do that. Okay, it was a mistake. I didn't want that guy to get killed. I didn't. Truthfully, I swear to God, I didn't. But did I maybe want to see something a little bit funny, like Mark, getting punched in the face or something? Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. I thought that would be funny.
I pulled the pictures out of my pocket, lay them on the table.
Mm.
Nice and neat. Slide them towards him. What's his instant reaction?
Doesn't really change his expression.
Do any of these backgrounds and these images... Do you recall any of these backgrounds?
No, what are those?
You don't recall this log cabin here?
No.
I can't roll again, can I?
No, you can. You're asking a different person a question.
Sure.
You can go ahead. And if someone else in that room wants to
I
as
would
well.
like to as well.
What is it?
Human.
I got a 7 on a 73.
31 on a 52.
Both of you believe him.
What kind of hair did the guy that Mark picked a fight with have?
I think it was like brown, light brown.
Was he fat? Was he skinny? What was he?
I wouldn't say either, really. I don't really remember exactly what he looked like.
Okay. I pile up pictures, put them in my pocket. All right. I stand up and I walk out.
I get up to walk out, but I stop myself. One more question, Rodney. Just off the top of your head. How many people do you think were in the bar right before things hit the shitter?
Maybe about 20.
All right. Good to know. We'll have one of the officers come in here and deal with you and 2 of your buddies, and you guys will be on your way in a couple minutes.
Okay. And before you leave, he kind of says something, and you can't really make it out.
I didn't leave.
Oh, you're still there? As Ray leaves, you hear him say, "I'm sorry." And the door shuts behind Ray, and he looks to you. I didn't think that all that was gonna happen. Okay, I didn't know.
I just got up and I walk out.
Roy, when you leave, Aaron Lang approaches you, and he says, "So I called boop, 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 all those funeral parlors all around. Nobody has a Bobby Tillman.
How far out did you go? 20 miles?
You told me 20 miles. I did 25. I did 30.
All right. I need you to call every funeral. God damn it. I'm sorry, Aaron. I need you to call every funeral home in Minnesota.
You got it, boss." And he scampers off.
All right. I want to say, I know you looked at me away, like, probably why the fuck did you ask that question? In the letter, why did I ask the question? What kind of hair did he have? What? In the letter, it's saying they don't know it yet. Roy wouldn't even say this in character, because Roy doesn't even know what, because I need to say this out of character. The letter says they don't know it yet, but the little ones will take care of it. Base tendencies deep in the subconscious. It will show them. These subconscious tendencies. Carter wasn't lying about he didn't know Bobby Tillman, but obviously there was something there, some kind of connection. It could be subconscious. So I was just trying to pull something from Rodney. Like, did this piss you off? Or like, what pissed you off about this guy? Or like, that's all I was
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah.
there's got to be something with these kids though. I don't even want to let them go.
I think we have to though. I don't think there's anything else we could do with them at this point.
I agree.
It's a Sunday night. I think if something does come up that we need from them, it would be pertinent enough that we could talk to them again. That we could get approval to talk to them again.
Do we want to press Carter? Like, Carter's the only one that I think
Dude,
has
it's too.
any
Yeah,
suspicion.
there's something just so weird about Carter.
Personally,
I don't think
That's
Rodney
fair.
even has anything to do with anything.
I think
At this point, yeah.
yeah, Rodney didn't show.
He was just
shit.
stubborn, and it was a red flag.
He's just a little fucking weasel. That's just it.
Yeah.
In terms of the core of this, Carter. The only slip that we got was Carter.
Then at the same time, if you're talking about this like subconscious shit, I mean,
right? So
that could have to do with that. But then also, like, I just think it's so weird that this night, for some reason, out of all these other nights, Danny decides to invite Mark over. I just think that's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
The one night Mark goes out, this happens.
yeah.
Maybe that was what was done subconsciously. He didn't really. He pulled Mark out. Maybe Mark's the little one. Maybe Mark and Danny are the little ones. I don't know.
It's hard because
And
I think
again,
it's something
it's-
subconscious from Carter. You don't think so?
No, I do. I just think
Yeah.
at this point there's nothing to keep them here.
I mean, yeah,
And say that.
they didn't jump at all at the pictures.
Exactly.
We didn't
still
show
don't know
Mark
why.
the pictures.
Yeah, I think that Mark is still a thing. I think that these three kids, though. I think that if you did jump something in their subconscious, maybe they'll think about it in 3 days. Get
Yeah.
back to us.
Mark's the weirdo.
The only thing we're leaving like
I don't know.
truly unturned right here is like, why the fuck is he so tired? Like
Yeah.
we can't grab.
To be fair,
there's
he might have-
Why don't we
way.
ask him?
Let's
Did we
go
ask
back-
him?
Yes, like there's no. It's like
We asked him if he wanted coffee. That was it.
To be fair, if you thought you killed a guy, like Alex punches a guy in a bar and you run away, and then Alex is being questioned by the police.
No one else has been like that though. This is like
Yeah,
weird.
but that's different.
He
You might
looks
people.
like-
You might just be a different type of nervous. I don't think I would sleep all
I-
weekend.
When we pressed, I think we should go in there and just press the fuck out of Carter right now.
All right.
Hey, I was talking out of character, so you guys are
Yeah, yeah. In character, I think that we should go in there and push him about some kind of. And I will say, like as Roy is aware of base tendencies deep in this, like the letter's saying, deep in the subconscious. Like, let's go find out why he's fucking tired, and let's see if we can press anything else about this connection to Bobby Tillman. Right? I walk towards the door.
All right.
I'm
with you,
walking
Sergeant.
too.
All right. I open up.
He looks up.
Sorry to keep you so long. This is the last batch that we're going to give you. I swear. I sit down. I start the tape recorder again.
Mhm.
Sorry you're not getting too tired, are you? You need some coffee or anything?
No. I mean, I just want to get this wrapped up.
What time do you usually go to bed?
9, 10.
Okay.
You got a like a job, like a weekend job kind of deal. Get your extra spending money.
Yeah, sometimes in the winter I'll clear driveways, sidewalks.
So here's
So we would all like snow. Like, could he have been working today? Like, would we know that, or could he have been working yesterday? I know you said
It hasn't snowed in a while.
Hasn't snowed in a while.
Hasn't snowed in the last like 3 days. There's still like piles of snow around just because it hasn't melted yet.
Yeah, but this kid's
He probably didn't work
hauling
today.
ass this
Yes.
weekend shoveling.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
exhausted. Been plowing all day.
Just been hitting the goddamn snow shovel, boys.
So, Carter, one thing that we want to do with you and the rest of your friends before we send you guys home, we want to know generally what you've been doing. What's been keeping you occupied the past few days since the night that you guys went to the bar, right? Doesn't have to be very detailed. To be honest, we don't really care. Just trying to file some paperwork. So if we can start with the day after. Again, you can stay general.
Pause. Can we start on the day before?
Why are you talking to me?
I'm talking to
Oh,
the kid.
I didn't think that a cop would say pause. Sorry.
Well, yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
Hold the fuck up.
Pause.
Let's start on the day before.
Day before, well, I still had off. It was New Year's. I woke up kind of later, and
Why'd you wake up later?
because I slept in, because I've been on break.
Okay.
And I had New Year's at my house, and my family came over and we stayed up until midnight. And then the day after, I didn't really do much until I got the call from Danny. And then, we did all that. And then the next day, I started doing, the homework that we had over the break. I wanted to at least get that done. I just kind of sat around a lot. I didn't really do much.
Including today.
Yeah.
All right, run it by us. You wake up, you sleep in again today?
Yeah.
Then what? Your parents home?
Mom and Dad are at work, so I come down, I eat breakfast, sit on the couch for a little bit, walk the dog, come home. At that time, I think I have lunch. I don't know. I don't really remember that much.
Today?
You slept in today?
Yeah.
You look really tired.
So your parents work weekends?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do they work?
Mom's a clerk at the grocery store, and my dad works. He's a foreman.
Oh, okay.
This whole situation aside, is there anything that's been bothering you, say, before the new year?
No.
Does that old role apply on now for that?
New roll.
New role. All right.
I want to roll.
Okay. Who's all in here, by the way? Just
I'm in here.
okay.
11.
12
73.
on a 76.
11 on a 73.
Mm-hmm.
12 on a.
76.
He's withholding critical success.
Mm-hmm.
He is lying.
Okay.
Something is bothering him and has been bothering him for longer than just the events that have transpired.
Okay.
Is there a coffee machine in here?
No, it's a conference room.
That wouldn't have a coffee machine?
No, that would be in your break room.
I'll exit the room. I'll go grab him a cup of coffee.
Yeah, please. I struggle with sleep too, quite often. Sometimes I have dreams. They keep me up. What about you?
He stares at you for a while and doesn't say anything.
You all right, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
You're good?
Yeah.
What kind of dreams are making you pause like that? It's quite the pause there.
He didn't ask me anything. He's just talking about dreams.
Do I come back with the coffee?
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to bring in 4 coffees, one for each of us. You're not in here, right? And I also want to take out 4 cigarettes, and I want to place a coffee and a cigarette, like as like a choice.
Yeah.
In front of Carter, like just.
Yeah.
And I just give
And he looks down at him. And doesn't touch either of them.
Thank you. I'm gonna light mine.
Yeah.
Right. You ever have dreams?
Of course, I got dreams.
They're weird.
He looks like he's about to cry. Like, seriously. Like, his eyes are welling up.
You okay?
Yeah.
You're very uncomfortable, and I can tell. What kind of dreams are you having? What's keeping you up? You're not in any trouble.
Carter, do you feel safe?
No.
Why not?
I want to go home. I want to go home. Avoiding eye contact with everybody.
Does he? The coffee's on the table.
Doesn't even reach his hand out.
Carter, we need to know what's keeping you up.
It's the same dream. It's the same dream.
What do you see in it?
The glasses clink, and the bartender throws his rag into the sink, and the guy behind me hits double 19 on darts, and Mark cracks the black heart over and over and over and over, and he freaks the fuck out. Like, he is shaking profusely, and tears are like streaming down his face, and he starts hitting his head really hard. Like slap,
I grab his head.
just
I grab
slap
his head.
his hand.
I
grab his hand, and he's hyperventilating really, really fast. And he looks up at you, and you see his eyes are like bloodshot, and he's just staring at you like a rabid
I'm
dog.
deep in it. I'm like, follow me. Breathing in and out.
Glasses clink.
I've been there before. That night. I've been there before. Every single night. I feel like Mark, and I feel like that guy, and I feel like the dart and the dartboard, and I was there. I've been through that already.
All right. Okay.
You've been having these dreams since before New Year's, right? Or after?
I think I've been having them my whole life.
Okay.
Are you still having them? Or is it different?
I haven't slept because I don't want to know. Because I don't want to know if it's something different, or if it's that again, or if I'm gonna...
So you haven't slept since it happened? Is that what you're saying?
No.
What do your parents think, man? What are your parents saying to you about not sleeping? Do they know?
They don't know. They don't know.
Have you talked to anybody else about these dreams?
No.
Danny and Rodney don't know anything about these
No.
at all?
No. Every single moment since we walked into that bar, I felt it. I knew what was going to happen, but I didn't know that I knew until after it happened. Everything was so familiar, and it felt so real.
You think you realized that was the moment you gave in to your friends that were trying to keep you back? Is that when you realized what happened? That you couldn't have stopped it regardless, so why did you even have to go back to save Mark?
I don't know. I just want to go home. I just want to go home.
We're gonna get you home. Your parents, are they working right now?
No.
All right, we'll get you home to your parents, buddy.
Wait. Gotta find out what the next dream is. He hasn't slept yet.
We should step out of the room.
Yeah, we can't. Can't talk about that with it. Yeah, I step out of the room.
Let's go.
I step out of the room.
And as I open the door, I call Officer Gaines down
Yeah.
to just be in there with him.
Yeah. What do you say to Gaines? Gaines comes up.
Look, the boy's having a bit of a panic attack. All I ask is you stay in there, grab him some water.
Yeah, maybe get him a blanket or something. Just wrap him up. He's
Okay.
he's a little.
All right. Yeah, I got you.
Make sure he's all right.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got
James.
it.
Step out. We have to tell the parents. I agree, Jerry. We need to know what that next dream is.
He has something to do with this. He's, he could be one of the kids.
To reiterate, because it would be fresh in your minds, and to make sure that you have it. Glasses
Yeah,
clink.
I got that.
Bartender tosses the rag into the sink. Guy behind me hits double 19 in darts. Mark cracks the black heart.
If we can monitor this kid while he's sleeping, I think we should. I want to actually walk up and inform Caleb of all this. Are you busy?
I'm reading a phone book.
Still going through the phone book.
I just want to tell him straight. Look, Carter, he freaked out, had a panic attack. Recite this, these 4 lines that Carter said, just to bring you up to speed. I think we should monitor this kid tonight if we can.
We
Granted,
have to.
I don't know if the
We
lieutenant's
have to.
going to let us unless we have reason.
We have to.
What reasoning do we
No,
have?
What do you mean?
Do you think the lieutenant's going to, what, have an officer just sit in his bedroom?
This kid,
Listen,
we need to keep him.
You can't.
certain hunches we have are hunches that back up the idea that we saw something that, well, no one else is going to exactly believe. And this falls into that category. We're talking about
How is this not
dreams
believable?
You can't.
He's been having this.
It's just that. It's a dream. It's not in our world.
Doesn't mean you can keep a kid overnight.
Yes, but
That's
but-
like
but
saying
not
you went to
connected to the note.
a shrink and they
connected
saw
to the
a
note.
vision in an orb.
It's connected. They're connected to the note.
I'm saying if that kid wants to walk out right now, he can. There's nothing stopping him. There's no way that we can talk to him tomorrow, see if he got some sleep.
If anything, he needs our help.
I agree with you on that one.
For all we know, he could be dead tomorrow.
What do you want to do?
Cut open his heart. He's probably got a black heart.
Jerry.
Yeah, come on now, man.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
I'm not saying
Dreams
it
are
doesn't
funny
make sense.
things, wouldn't you agree? Everything has its place. Every piece has its place, orderly and where they belong. It's kind of like deja vu.
Do we know any like therapy or even like fucking rehab? Any kind of resource that we're cool with that maybe we could send this kid or where we could just sit in, like where we could tell the parents like, look, your kid is having some serious mental.
Why can't we take him to the hospital? He had a panic attack, right?
The kid hasn't
Good.
slept in 3 fucking days.
Yeah, he just admitted that to us.
Yeah.
And we don't really,
Yeah.
we don't, like, at this point, the veil of not telling people, the security thing of keeping things secret with this, I think we kind of have to sacrifice and be like, no, we want to see what the fuck happens when he goes to bed.
Take some
That's
PTO.
what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
We need to
Did
see
he-
this.
And Longo needs to, if anything, if Longo doesn't believe us or doesn't think that this is a lead or anything like that, like, have him go talk to him. Tell him to ask him about the dream. Like, this kid just freaked out. Like,
Is this justifiable if we call an ambulance for this kid right now and send him to the hospital?
Did the kid try to hurt himself in the room?
yes, he was banging his head.
Like,
Justifiable. It's weird. You don't have you can step in as police officers and say this kid is a danger to others and himself. He needs to be hospitalized. Now, in this time frame, you might be setting this kid up for some problems. Okay, because if you are pushing this button, it may lead to institutionalization or something like that. Now, granted, you may be able to get some sort of therapy that you can listen into, something like that. However, the smart thing to do would be to get the consent of the parents.
Yeah.
Legally, yeah, you can do it like this. But if his parents catch wind of it, that's a problem for your department. and then it might be a problem of they just step in and don't even have the police involved at all. You know what I mean?
Caleb, like you were saying about the pronouns, do you think the boy heard your call? Shall we ask him anything about that?
I don't think you should. This kid seems like he suffered enough tonight.
Suffered enough. We got one answer from him.
That's a boy.
We found out his dream. A boy.
That's a big answer though that we got. He just connected and opened up a good chunk of different points in our cork board.
Look, whether we all believe or don't believe in this shit, that
Why would he say the black heart? The one entity
We didn't get enough details.
that we just let.
It was a dream. It could have just been an actual black heart that Mark just cracks in a small little scene. And, I mean, we didn't ask him if Bobby Tillman himself was in the dream. We didn't ask any more questions.
We didn't probe any more, but from what he was saying, how frantic he was, it sounds like every time he sees this, I'll call it a vision, he calls it a dream, he's probably like dazed, frantic, scared to be in this place. I mean, he's scared to even relive it in this reality. So I imagine he doesn't know a lot of details. He's just a part in this.
Right, but why? Why him?
We gotta figure out why he was chosen. How he was chosen. But we're getting way too deep into this shit, and we got a meeting with a former child predator in how many minutes? I look at the clock.
I forgot about him.
$1:15.
How far? Like half an hour away? 20 minutes away?
Yeah, 15 minutes away.
Oh, okay. Oh, so we got time.
Yeah.
look, I like your idea, Ray, of sending this kid to the hospital. If we send him to the hospital, we can monitor him. And guess what? And I check and make sure the lieutenant's not listening because I know we're out. Is
Yep.
he?
No, he's not listening.
Yeah,
he's creeping over on the side of the wall looking.
What's going on? I don't give a fuck. I will take PTO for the rest of the night. The lieutenant offered tonight for us to take time off. I'll take it off for the rest of the night. We all could.
I'll do it as well.
Yeah, watch the kid.
And assuming, if you're saying this in a time period, the whole institutionalized thing, and we're all moral people, we could just, if there's a reason that he needs to be at the hospital, we could just say his panic attack was he just cracked a little bit under the pressure getting police questioning, but it was
We
nothing
are
to be super concerned about.
we are stepping into some choppy waters. If you have him sent to the hospital, you have no legal right to monitor him.
I was more so thinking, talk to the parents and be like, look, this seems like a good kid, I want to be whatever. I'll be in the hallway type of shit. Like,
You can do whatever you want. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
Because there's certain stuff. I have you roll law for some stuff. Some stuff you would just know.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Are there any objections to this idea? Are there any better ideas? No, as Roy, I'm saying that. Are there any better ideas? Jerry, are you insisting that we get more information tonight?
I don't know. I wish.
I kept thinking, Marcia doesn't know him. Marcia doesn't care about him. Why'd she want his body? Why'd she lie to us just for his body? She didn't need anything from us. She didn't ask anything of us. She just wanted that sack of shit. Now that we're seeing he's this black heart that's broken open. It's all that was written on the walls. We fucking let it get away. It's gone now. The one thing we had.
Can I peek through the door to see how the kid's doing?
Yeah, it looks like he's definitely calmed down. And it looks like he's talking with Gaines.
I agree, Jerry. We have to. If that kid's sleeping, we should be there.
Odd question.
And we better
No,
have
I
a
wanted
goddamn camera.
to just smooth right over it. I didn't want Odd question. Anybody have a score that is not 10 in psychotherapy? Anyone have above a default score in psychotherapy?
Nope.
No.
Continue. Anybody have above a default score in ride?
Yes. You're damn right.
You're goddamn right.
How's Aaron Lang doing?
You see him, like, if you do, like, walk past his desk, he's got, like, his feet up, and he's, like, smiling and talking on the phone.
Son of a bitch.
If you do, you know, begin to mill around a little bit, maybe just as your gears are turning and you're thinking, Lieutenant Longo walks up. Roy,
Lieutenant?
how goes it?
I can't lie, it's not going too great on our end. These boys, yeah, they're confirming things that we, you know, had made assumptions on, which is good, but
It's good
I
for the
mean-
case, at least.
it's good for the case, but the Bobby Tillman case is closed. It's really all that we're confirming here.
Look, I actually wanted to ask you, so this Ronald Quinnan's house, how important is that to get into tonight?
If we can get in there tonight, that would move things forward a lot quicker than right now.
I point to my phone book. Everything, all the papers that I have on the table to you.
Wait, are we
Marsha-
all like? You can hear this?
You're not. He's not in a
Is he
room. He
close?
just came out to. We were all standing next to each other, right?
I figured.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're all
okay.
just standing by our
I
desks.
thought you were
right?
like, somewhere else.
Yeah. Marsha,
We have 4 people. We have four detectives. At least one of us can get up into that house tonight. We don't
Yeah.
all have to be there for the meeting. I'll go.
Well, 2 and 2 at a minimum.
I don't think anybody should go alone into that house.
Me and Ray, we're partners.
Yeah, I would like to take that with the team.
Look, the reason I ask is because originally I was going to go tomorrow to talk to the judge. If you really, really think it's important, we can go wake him the fuck up and get him to sign it.
There's.
God, it's important. We got to do it.
He needs to know all the information.
who? Longo? I whisper. About the boy or about?
No, but
Yeah, Lieutenant. Look, we have a lot of moving things going on right now. Okay, to be completely transparent with you.
I
Yes,
hope you would be transparent with me.
For starters, well, we got the boys. We're about ready to send them home. We have to wrap some things up with one of them. Obviously, we have our meeting at 10:30 tonight, which is coming up pretty soon. And one thing that has recently been discovered by Caleb is Marcia Tillman. How do I put it? We don't even. We have no idea how Marcia Tillman found out that Bobby Tillman died.
Who called her?
None of us.
hand him the report.
And he starts thumbing through it.
She told us that her mother was informed that Bobby died, and the mother had her, the daughter, come pick the body up. We don't have any record of anyone calling her mother.
And it was only 24 hours before she came in from Chicago.
She showed up here with the form for us to sign. Nobody knows where she got it. Davy Jones confirming he didn't give it to her.
Fuck.
And she's gone with the body.
Fuck.
We have Aaron Lang calling nearby funeral homes.
Fuck. And he kind of like looks around. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. And he looks around to see if anyone's like around who is not you four. and it's not. It's just you guys. Do not tell anybody that we released a body to someone who... And he pauses as if he's trying to figure out exactly what to say. This is really bad. Okay. I don't blame you guys at all. But this is really bad for the case. If there's any piece of evidence or anything for this actual case that has to do with his body, we're gonna be in some trouble here. Fuck.
She left her number, or a number.
Who was she?
This same woman in the picture.
Supposedly Bobby's sister. You got a story that makes a lot of sense, but
Did you guys check her ID?
I don't believe I did. No.
Okay.
Fuck.
Did. Who was the officer at the desk? That was who you called.
I can give him a call.
Sanford.
Sanford.
He knows about this too.
All right.
He knows that I
Okay.
questioned it.
Okay. And he kind of lowers his voice. Realistically, if this comes into question, internal affairs or anything like that, I mean, we really didn't do much wrong. Right?
Where the fuck is she taking?
Especially if the body isn't really necessary for the case.
Why lie about it? Why lie about a body?
Lieutenant, is there...
Well, she obviously knows him, right? She's got to know him. You don't just pick up a body for a stranger.
This fucking this piece of shit. We would have let that body go to any jackass. We didn't give a fuck about him until we knew. But why lie about it? Would have been so easy. We wouldn't have been able to connect the dots. She didn't. She came in here legit. We would have given the body to her.
What if she came in and just said that she was a friend or something?
No, she was right about actually being his sister.
Oh.
Why lie? What do you gain from having his body?
I don't know. I need to go make some phone calls. I need to double check with the coroner that they didn't give out any forms or anything, or maybe they checked her ID or something like that. I'll get back in touch with you. We're probably not going to be able to get that warrant until tomorrow. And he walks away.
Oh, I was gonna... Before he walked away, I was gonna say...
As he's walking away.
Well, on a good note, Davy Jones, before he released the body, he got done his full, thorough autopsy, a secondary autopsy, and I mean, he did a full sweep. I got the full report, so I mean, we got a lot of info on it. We don't got it, but we got a lot of info on it.
I know this is super fucked up, but we really didn't need the body. Now, and I want to make sure that we're all on the same page about this. Do we want to open up a new case about a stolen corpse?
Yes, I think we should.
Do you have any problem with us investigating this Marcia Tillman under the current case that we have open?
No, I do not. Because the last thing that I need is another open case. Please.
Well, if there's no problem pursuing Marcia Tillman under this case, yeah, we have no reason to open up a new one.
You're good. She's a person of interest, officially, okay? And if somehow you guys can get this cleaned up, I don't even need the body back. I just need her to not have the body. Unless she's actually related to him. Do you know what I'm saying?
How many you're driving around town? How often do you see a hearse around here?
Not that often.
Maybe we have officers look out. See if they can match a plate to an actual funeral home. See if they see anything. Anything interesting with a hearse at a weird location.
Alright, I'll give the patrol guys a heads up just to keep an eye out for hearses. Fuck. Okay. Alright. Keep working. And he walks away.
All right, let's wrap it up with these kids. I think at least with 2 of them, we can send them on their way. We'll see how Carter is when we get back in there, but regardless, we gotta wrap it up. We gotta go meet this pedophile at the diner.
We have to decide what to do with Carter.
Let's go and see how he is.
Sure.
As we're, whatever officers I see as we're walking over there, I wanna grab them and say, we got 2 kids, and I point to the 2 rooms that aren't Carter.
Yeah.
We just interviewed them. Got everything on tape. Can you just get them to sign, release, whatever they need to do, and they got picked up here, so someone's gonna drop them off at their houses.
Okay. Yeah. I'm on it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And we walk into, I guess I walk up to the room Carter's, and I want to look through.
Mm-hmm. And at this point, as you approach again, Officer Gaines is outside now, standing in front of the door.
So
He's calmed down.
he say anything to you?
He just wants to go home, I guess. He's scared. He didn't say anything really specific.
All right. Head on in.
Gotcha. You guys step in, and Carter's there, and he's got like a bottle of water in front of him, and it's like 3/4 of the way empty. And he looks up, and he looks... If he was exhausted before, he looks like he is falling asleep at the wheel.
Carter, look, I think we think it would be best for you if you did get some sleep. And look, 3 of us here we can all agree that you're going to be safest if you try to sleep. Right, you're keeping this from your parents, understandably, granted. You're going to be safest if if you try to get some shut-eye under our protection. Okay?
Protection?
Yeah.
Protection from what?
To be blunt, we just witnessed you repeatedly try to attack yourself. Okay? Are we right to assume you're in a different state of mind?
It's just, sometimes it feels like it just gets me really upset. It's just a lot when I think about it. And the last couple of days, sometimes I've been thinking about it. And I don't want to think about it. I just want to go home. And I'm not going to hurt myself. Again, I want... Am I dreaming now?
No. You're not. Do you plan on going to school tomorrow, Carter?
Yeah.
So just to get it straight, you do not want us to help you?
I don't think I need help.
Do you think you need anything?
Sleep. Sleep. I don't want to be here. I don't want to talk about this. I want to go home. And I want to go to sleep.
Sure.
Let's do it.
We'll drive you home. Good with that?
Yeah.
Alright. We're sending your buddies out now. Just for this time's sake. But, we'll get you home. Alright. I stand up.
It's just a dumb hunch, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that you're gonna have to talk about it someday, at some point, if you want to stop dreaming about it. And I get up.
Walk out. I walk up to Officer Gaines. And I'm like, Gaines, thanks for bringing them. Thanks for keeping an eye on them. All of them. Could you do me one last favor?
Yeah.
Send these 2 home, Rodney and Danny. And we're going to drive Carter home.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
How much time between now and when we leave?
For...
Meeting?
That is still probably about 45 minutes away. An hour away. At this point, it's probably about like 9:30, 9:20.
Can I just try to look up just in the meantime, just as much as I can of his relatives too, like the Jennings.
Yeah, you can take the time to do that. Caleb, at this point, you've finished going through all the quick store records in the last 72 hours. All those people appear in the phone book except for Ringo Harrison, obviously.
Okay.
All right. I turn to, I update Caleb, right? I see that you're done. You catch anybody in there, Caleb?
Nothing.
No.
Just a dumb lead.
As you guys are having this conversation, you see Danny and Rodney being escorted out by cops.
Are they looking at us?
A nice friendly wave.
Danny kind of gives you like a side eye, like gives you a nod.
Can I wave to Danny?
Yeah, and he almost cracks a smile and keeps walking.
Look, basically what I'm saying is we don't know how she got the paper, so there could be a whole different subject that basically planted her here. For all we know, she might not know anything.
Mm-hmm. Does Davy Jones know how she, if we were to call Davy Jones, that's the person that would give her said paper. Is that correct, or am I?
Or you guys would have it.
Okay, so
This official form is you
Yeah.
guys have it, and coroner medical examiner has it.
So in other words, Davy Jones, it's obviously not us. Davy Jones would be able to give us a yes or no. This is real or fake. Is that correct to assume?
If we're all talking about this,
I'm unsure of the question. Davy Jones can confirm whether or not his office gave her the paper.
Yeah, is that a real paper or not? Because that could imply maybe she did give someone at his office ID or something. Maybe it is really Marsha fucking Tillman, is what I'm saying.
Can I?
Maybe.
Is Lieutenant in his office?
Yeah.
Like hounding away at shit? All right, I just buzzed by real quick, stop in the doorway. Lieutenant, just off the top of your head, is there any way some higher up office power or anything in the law system in the state could give one of those forms to anyone, could get someone one of those forms? Wasn't coming from here, wasn't coming from the coroner.
I am not inclined to take that point of view. That's a slippery slope. Ray. Yes. They can. But please don't.
I'm not latching on to anything. We just
plant that
gotta
seed.
know what's open so we don't fully close any part, if you know what I mean. I hear you. I will abide by what you're saying.
Detective, if there's any evidence that points towards that, let me know before you do anything, okay?
Yes, sir.
And he gives you a nod.
Either way, even if it is Marsha Tillman, we know she's a liar.
But do we?
How'd she know Bobby was dead?
I think Ray just said it.
How would a higher
called
power
her
know that, though?
because they're in on it.
This is
If RJ was let out, then
here's
there's
the
obviously
theory
some other
that's paralleling now. It's drawing the only connections we have ever since we got the information that RJ's case file was all sorts of tampered with. So, like, what did we ever get from that, right? Or what did we ever draw from that? Nothing. Well, here's the first thing where we could potentially maybe have a link. Like, why are documents in the legal system being thrown around as if they just exist in different parties? Like, they shouldn't. They should be very securely handed from party to party. Why does this bitch just come walking in with a form like that to get a body?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why does a drug dealer get wiped with no reason and no parole? I don't know.
Right.
Like it's the same. It's a very similar vein of questioning of like a genre of what we're trying to get into.
So you're saying that this higher power notified her immediately when we put in Bobby's case report?
It's possible. Or we didn't ask, so we don't know when she got informed. For all we know, she could have been informed.
Yeah, I was gonna say
before this
or she
happened.
didn't get informed by this higher power. This higher power informed RJ, and then RJ said,
Seems
"I
like
need you."
Seems like RJ knew he was going to die, though.
Well, you know what I mean.
did.
Like it's not necessarily implying that the higher power informed Marsha. It's just
It could have been RJ knew he was going to die. he tells the higher power goes to Marcia. Like,
So still, even if she's not a direct liar, we know that she's in on some shit. She's
100%.
not completely innocent, was the point I was
100%.
making.
But we don't know that.
You think
No.
that
We cannot
if she,
say that's 100% yet. We don't not have it
if
100%.
we're making that connection that she's involved with this whole RJ, this connection that she's involved with
You're not
this
getting.
RJ
You're not
cover-up,
getting my point though.
She's involved with it.
Right.
Not that,
Something
no,
she
not that we're
will.
not
Wait,
implicating
what-
her.
What's Jerry's point?
What my point is that she might be completely oblivious to any of this. She just got a call from whoever. Hey, so and so's dead. She doesn't know. Maybe she doesn't know this RJ person. As far as we know, Carter didn't know RJ.
So-
Carter didn't know any
wait,
of
wait,
this
if
stuff.
you're implying
so the
that
thing
she
that
had
is
no-
shutting down this idea, what I think is shutting this down is, then if that is true, how did she walk in and take the body? She needs some sort of.
She made the story up that she was the sister. So if you're saying that she had nothing to do with it,
Well,
she
she
came
needs
in
the
and-
paper in order to confirm.
Right, my
Yeah.
point. She
To be fair,
was,
we all signed the paper.
she was sent. We don't know. She could have been sent the paper
Well, that's
by
what
a
we're saying.
higher up.
That's what. Yeah.
all
right?
this happened within 24
And for all,
hours?
maybe she's just like, she has no idea what's going on. She's just like, just going to get my body or whatever. And then like, but she, you know,
Well, that
So-
didn't.
but
well, that
she's
didn't
maybe
happen.
But
she like
said
she could just be
wasn't,
a
though.
pawn.
She said she was notified
by
by
her
her mom.
So she never got sent anything. If she's
Maybe they contacted the mom.
so all
and went
this
from
happened
them-
within 24 hours though.
That's a lot of fucking
And she
time for a
doesn't
couple
live
of
with,
phone calls.
She doesn't live with her parents because she said she like, so her story, not what truly is, just her story, said she doesn't live with the parents anymore. She moved out when she could because Bobby was fucking having his way with her. So like, if that's the reason you're moving away, you're not moving 15 minutes down the street, right? You're moving away. So she's away, and this all happened within a day. She's totally involved in this, and not obliviously, somehow, to a little degree or to a huge degree, but there's just no way that it's all coincidence and she's just a pawn like that.
Even that, how does that explain the hearse then? Even if she had to hire a hearse to take his body back to Chicago, it would have been a local place that knew about it, that had some involvement in Bobby Tillman, and we would have known about it by now by checking these places.
Yeah, it's got Minnesota license plate.
Yeah, it has Minnesota license plate. She didn't take this hearse from Illinois.
So I mean, I think whether she was in on it or not, right? So these two are saying she's not oblivious. You're saying there is.
I'm not. I'm not
right?
saying anything.
Yeah.
I'm saying that we can't just go ahead and be like, boom, she's fucking.
I think that's fair. I think that there are assumptions that you guys are connecting, which is fair. I think like she probably knows shit, right? But there is a
No, I'm
chance.
saying like she probably is involved. Looking at this, it makes it very much seem like it. But I don't want to go ahead and just be like, Marcia Tillman is a suspect.
That's fair.
No, that's the
100%.
right way.
And I
Right
honestly
now,
think-
she's questionable.
I mean, we need to try. I think whether she knows shit or not, that doesn't change our.
He's changing the pin.
She's fucking questionable.
Oh, let's go.
Somebody hit the button in Among Us.
That's also what I thought about while I was doing this. I was like, damn, we need to change her pin.
a red. She's purple.
I think she's a fucking
not a pink,
red. I
that's
think
for
that bitch is a red.
She could be, but not yet.
Wait, who else is a red? RJ and Bobby?
Yeah, just named.
Reds. Yeah,
Wait. We have the trailer park lady as a red.
we do.
Fair.
Let's change her to a purple while we're at it. Oh, it's tied around so much shit though. That's gonna suck.
It is.
We got a red on Chuck.
We goddamn better.
Did you go through your finger?
No, but I need you to hold this or something, bro.
No, I do think you're thinking about it the right way. It's just
It doesn't change our action. Whether we know or not doesn't change our action. We have to track her.
And yeah,
That's it.
so still, even if she is this oblivious thing, she is involved in some way. Somebody with nefarious, we think, intentions is involved with her.
Yeah, and I agree. It could be connected to like same people that would let RJ out of jail early.
Yeah, somebody has connections. Somebody definitely has higher up connections here.
All right, so let's. Who wants to drive the kid home with me? I'm hoping the kid falls asleep in the car. I'm gonna take every long corner turn and everything.
I think that's kidnapping.
That's all right. He's getting home.
Let's How about we all let's take 2 different squad cars. Let's partner. You guys take the kid home. We'll trail you by half a mile, quarter of a mile or so. We'll take the long way to the diner. Meet Curtis.
Sure.
We're taking random roads. We were planning on doing it anyway. You wanna swing by this RJ place? Just drive by, see if anything changed.
With the kid in the car?
If he's falling asleep, just drive by real slow. We're not getting out. If we're just driving just to drive, we're taking the long way.
This kid's got it. About to go full exorcism in the back of the squad car.
I think you're thinking.
There's nothing that I'm thinking. I just wanted to see if I'll look out the window, see if anybody messed with the doors, see if anybody's around the area. But the kid doesn't need to know. We just took the long way.
I want to say yes, Mike Finn. I want to. All right, fine.
We could do that without the fucking kid in the car. If
That's
But what
not
if
Mike
they're-
Finn's idea.
You guys, yeah, you guys can do that. You guys can drive by. I want somebody to check.
He wants to do a chicken and grain experiment
That's right. That's right.
with a kid.
I love some chicken and grain experiments, you know.
To be fair, Sergeant, you want to take this kid home like the chicken. This is our houseboy now. He sleeps on the couch. I'm monitoring him.
That is enough.
You're coming home with me, boy. You're sleeping with the chicken.
Why is the kid in your lap? Put the kid down.
Get the kid off your. Oh my god. All right, let's just get the kid in the car and.
Okay, before everybody gets in the car, I want to say to Roy, if conversation strikes at all, if the circumstances are right, see if he ever hears any voices or anything like that. That's it.
Sure.
Only if it seems right. Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
You guys step into the conference room to bring him to the car?
Yeah, just. All right, you ready, buddy?
Yeah.
Let's get you home.
And he stands up, follows you wherever you lead him.
All right.
Can I? Yeah, start to get. I'm assuming I just have so many maps. Just
Lot
get
of
the
maps.
map out. Ask the kid what his address.
And he points to it. He doesn't point to his house on a map. That's fucking insane. He just tells you his address.
Where is it at in relation to RJ's house?
It is on the other side of town.
Opposite ends.
Yes. RJ lives on the outskirts.
Okay.
And where's the diner? To all of them.
The diner is closer to RJ's house than the kid's house.
We can swing by on the way to the diner.
Without the kid?
Yeah,
Yeah, without the kid.
off first.
Yeah. We should drop the kid off. That's.
For all we know, we could get near RJ's house and he's gonna have like a proximity fucking
Kid's like a
attack.
Yeah, like.
I've been here before. I don't know why.
Well, that's
No, it's okay.
What do you
drop
want?
him off.
You want to
No.
drop him off?
No, it's fine to drop him off.
All right. Let's do it. Drop the kid off. But I do want to take
I had a wild night the first night before school this year.
Yeah.
So what did you do on break?
They took me to this stranger's house and it was great.
So he gets in the back seat, sits down. You start driving.
Yeah, I'm driving. Caleb.
Yeah.
All right, I'll drive.
I'm driving our car.
I just ask me if you ever need any help with anything. Any of the 4 of us, promise you, come to us. You think you need help with anything?
I don't know. Not right now. I just want to get back to normal just for now.
When's the last time you felt normal?
I don't know. And you're saying this like as you're driving and the street lights or each street light that you pass under kind of shines light into the car. You're having this little conversation, and kind of as he's answering, he's kind of slowly drifting off, and you see his eyes close.
How far out are we?
About halfway there.
To dropping him off?
Can I see him in one of the mirrors?
You kind of like
Yeah.
tilt the rear view and you can see him, and he's just sleeping.
Okay.
chest going up and down.
I still want to take the long way and just want, like an extra, if it'll get me an extra like 20 minutes, like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Nothing happens during that
No.
time.
He's just sleeping. And you might hit like a pothole and he kind of like jumps and like looks around. And then he keeps his eyes open as you continue driving. At this point, probably about 10 minutes, even taking a long way, 10 minutes out.
How you doing back there?
Okay, how close are we?
We're getting real close, about 10 more minutes.
Is Mark in any trouble?
No. Not at all.
The kids at school are going to say something.
I'm sure that they will. It's up to you and your friends to have his back, I get you guys aren't all that tight, but you should protect him.
I will. I like Mark. And he's quiet for the rest of the drive.
I don't recognize this kid's voice at all, right? Doesn't ring any bells.
No.
Okay.
Keep
Pull
driving. Yeah.
Simple townhouse.
Are the lights on?
Yeah, the lights are on.
Is he still awake?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, buddy. Here we are, home sweet home. Open the door. I open the, unlock the fucking police door for him.
And he gets out,
Yeah.
starts walking towards the door, doesn't say anything to either of you.
You didn't want to say anything to his parents. Are you 100% in your mind right now? That kid will be fine tomorrow morning.
I don't like this. I don't like this idea.
Do we pull up, like, behind you guys?
Yeah, if you guys were following him, yeah.
Yeah, we pulled to the house at this point.
Get out. I imagine you guys are, like, down by the sidewalk or something.
Yeah. Carter goes inside.
Can I actually catch him before he opens the door?
Yeah, he's like on like the second step on the stoop.
I want to be like, hold on, Carter. Does he stop?
Yeah. He
Okay.
turns around.
I just like trot up to him. I caught you getting some shut-eye while you were in the car.
Yeah.
Feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm still tired.
No dreaming?
No.
I like step in front of him and kind of like give the door a knock.
Okay, yeah. And a second passes before the door opens and you see like a older looking guy. And he looks at Carter and says, Carter, come on. And he looks at you. Like he looked at Carter first and then his like gaze kind of raised up and looks at you and Carter kind of goes in past him and he looks at you. Carter in any trouble?
No, he's not in any trouble. I'm Sergeant Roy McNeil. How are you tonight?
Good. And he puts his hand out to shake it.
Shake it, yeah. Yeah, Carter's totally fine. Like we told him, we were just, crossing some T's, dotting some I's on a previous case that we had, which I'm sure you're aware of about, his buddy.
The Nicholson thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Look, your boy's not getting any sleep. Are you aware of this?
He has seemed strange. He doesn't want to talk about it. I figured he was just, upset that his friend gotten, the altercation.
Yeah, it could be that. To be honest, not entirely sure what it could be, right? I'm definitely on the same page as you, if anything. I just suggest, keep an eye on him. No siblings, no other kids by any chance?
No, he's our only.
Okay, yeah. While we were in there, he kind of had a little bit of a meltdown. He panicked. Okay, he had a panic attack. He's okay. He calmed down. Could be because he just hasn't been getting sleep, is what I'm trying to suggest.
To be honest with you, officer, I would have been more comfortable if I could have been there with him. It's my son. Is it typical for me to not have the chance to be there with him?
No, look, it's not atypical, okay? But this was a scenario, we pulled the kids, they weren't in custody, right? They came, they could have left at any point.
I don't want to make trouble or anything because it's all said and done, but how come someone didn't just like take a statement from him at our house?
Well, your son and one or two of your son's friends, again, case is closed, really doesn't matter. Every detail kind of insinuated this fight that led to, Mark killing this man. So we wanted to pull all of the kids at the same time. We'd already talked to Mark. Trust me, I get it. I mean, the kids were delivered to me. It wasn't my call with whatever officer brought them to the station, okay? If you do have a problem with it...
No, like I said, I don't. I just wanted to make sure that he wasn't in any more trouble than, was being led on or something like that.
Yeah, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. Thanks for your time. Sorry for any confusion or interruption.
Sure.
So, and again, he should sleep tonight.
Okay.
All right.
Have a nice night.
You too.
Close the door.
Yeah, get back in the car.
So what are you guys doing?
You guys want to pass by RJ's or just
Quick pass by on
right
the
by
way.
I could do a quick pass.
Yeah, just a quick pass. See if anybody closed that car door, if it left open, if anybody...
So you guys have your meeting at 10:30. At this point, probably put it around 9:45. Take some time to pass by RJ's and then head straight to Cacao. You'll probably be on time for your meeting. Okay. So, driving out, you guys pass by the home of Ronald Jordan Quinnen, and the scene looks exactly as you've left it. No crime tape up. Do you want to take this time to put crime tape up or no?
No, I think if it looks exactly how we left it, we want to just drive by.
Okay. And you guys drive past into the heart of Linwood towards Cacao to meet with A1 Curtis Collins. Perhaps find more information with those censored photos, which I'm assuming that you guys took with you.
You still have a couple of them in your pocket.
The files at the
He's
station.
got a bunch of pictures in his pocket.
Yeah.
Streetlights streak overhead, illuminating your cars. And that is where we're going to pick up next session.
Oh man.
Pop your pussy like this.
Thanks for listening to this episode of LFVCU, a Nasty Table production.